Arriving Diffa that afternoon in March, temperatures were uncomfortably hot. I was sweating heavily, and at first sight, one could think that someone has poured a bucket of cold water on me. Temperatures were reaching up to 49 degrees, and I guess if there is anyone here that's been exposed to that kind of temperature will know how I felt on that day. I also noticed that there were cracks on the surface on the earth, and vegetation was almost absent. Why was I in Diffa? I was commissioned by my organization, UN Women, to go do a rapid need assessment of the situation of women and girls far in the refugee camps in Diffa. As we all know, during refugee response plans, this category are usually left behind. Arriving in Diffa, immediately something caught my attention. There was this girl sitting at the corner of a hut, crying. Eager to know why she was crying, I decided to approach her, introduce myself, and we started a conversation. In our conversation, I'm going to introduce my friend to you today as Amina for confidentiality purposes. Amina told me that the baby she was carrying in her arms is sick and needed urgent medical attention. But unfortunately, Amina could not afford that medical attention at that moment. That is why she was crying for that baby. But as our conversation deepened, Amina revealed something very, very awful to me. Amina told me that the baby she was carrying in her arms was as a result of rape. Amina was brutally gang raped when she was living in her community in northern Nigeria. They killed her parents, adopted the brother she had, and gang raped her, and I think they left her for dead. But she was just lucky that she survived and fled to neighboring Niger. Where is Niger? Niger is situated at the heart of Lake Chad region. And in Diffa, which is hosting thousands of refugees and internet displaced persons caused as a result of the Boko Haram insurgents group. My conversation with Amina left me with just one thought in mind. Something had to be done. Something had to be done urgently. I returned to Dakar and shared these awful findings with my colleagues, and I was so glad that most of them saw this same urgency of intervention. But it's rather unfortunate that my organization at that moment did not have sufficient funds to assist girls or cases like that of our friend Amina. But we didn't just stop there, no. What we decided was that we developed a project that we had to submit to look for funds in order to help or assist girls like our friend. And in April, I'm glad to tell you that we received some funds to assist girls like Amina. And today, in the Diffa refugee camps, we are giving girls like Amina psychosocial support and medical attention, which they all need. And how I feel today, or how I felt then when we received that money and started assisting girls like Amina, I feel an immense self-accomplishment. That is the word. You know, getting to know that little actions like that of mine and my colleagues can go a long way to transform lives in community. And I guess, if you all agree with me, volunteerism or becoming a UN volunteer is one of the best decisions I have made in my entire life. It hasn't only challenged me to come up with innovative actions that can change lives for better, but at the same time, it has helped me grow professionally, and I'm proud to say today that my network has broadened. As our great matron of peace, Saint Therese, was said, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. It is on this note that I bring you humble greetings from my colleagues in the field in Dakar. Jërëjëf, as we say in Wolof, which is the common language there, which translates into English, thank you.